Hello, everyone. This is the Nameless One, and tonight we will be continuing the Heart of Darkness campaign. I have here with me tonight Camille, Cold, Ice, Nez, and Wind. Before we get started, I'd like to remind everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow on Twitch, all of that good stuff. For those of you that follow my Twitch channel, we will be going live after this with more of the Nameless's Elden Ring Academy featuring Wind. Other than that, I would like to go ahead and talk a little bit about our 100th episode special that will be happening next week. What I'm going to be doing is a one-shot where the players have to figure out what they are, what they're playing, and the audience will get the option to vote for things that will help or hurt them. I will have a list of stuff that I will put together that will decide this, as well as having a few other things that I'm going to put together. Some things will be only available for Twitch. Some things will only be available for YouTube, and some of it will be donation based. Others will be free, and we'll see how that goes. Other than that, again, if you are excited to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, all that stuff, and more on how to support the channel at the end. Other than that, let's go ahead and jump straight into the recap.
I got this one. So, last week, we picked up last time in the castle, in the dream that Dread Realm, and we found the book, and somebody decided to open the book, and then it sucked them in, and then someone else tried to mess with the book, and then basically now everyone's in the book. Some of us against their will. It seems that inside the book, everyone is given a number, and like in ascending order, and there is in each of your own rooms, your heart's desires basically just appear in front of you, whatever you want. But there's also always a door leading down one number to that person's room. So we are currently in Phoenix's room. Melrose, Coral, and Kindle are in Phoenix's room with Phoenix. Arya, basically went a few doors down, realized that the further you go down, the more you deteriorate, it kind of hurts. They're like, nah, you go all the way down to 40. From like 200. 3 doors is too much for me. I'm going back. So that's where we are right now. And like Phoenix's infinite. I don't remember. It was like a library, but I want to imagine it's infinitely massive, but I don't remember it being described as such.
That's entirely up to the mind of Phoenix.
She has an infinite library at home.
Okay.
So it's halfway infinite. Phoenix got their infinite library off of Wish.com. So, as described previously, Phoenix is currently buried in her research. What she's researching at this point is impossible for you guys to decipher.
She's many layers deep at this point.
Phoenix, do you seriously not recognize us?
Oh, I recognize you. I just
Just
He gets back to her research.
But answer the question! I take the book. Answer the question!
Is this the point where I point out that she is sitting in a mountain of books and random research papers?
Coral can fly.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that. I'm saying that more to the effect of you take one book, she'll just grab another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I pick up the phoenix. Throw her off the pile.
Oh,
Don't
Phoenix
ignore
is
me!
my favorite.
How does
Really?
Phoenix respond?
Really distracting me here from some very important research. You want to get out of here, right?
Yeah, but we can't get out of here when your head is stuck in a bunch of books and papers! On top of that, you're saying you don't remember us!
I never said that.
Yes,
You
you
have a
did.
plan to get out?
You did.
Wait, nameless? I
What's
just
up?
realized the stream names are messed up.
Again?
Yeah, like yesterday. I mean last week. I didn't notice, but
Oh,
damn it.
yeah, the
you
YouTube
had
has gone down.
98 and 99 last week. I was like the YouTube and Twitch streams, which are just the same stream, and now on today, on
It's
YouTube,
correct on
you're
Twitch. It's
streaming
wrong
Lost
on
Memories, and on
YouTube.
Twitch, it's labeled as the 100th episode. I'm trying to double check, but like that's what it says on Discord anyway.
It's not. It hasn't been updating it for YouTube for some reason when I updated on the Streamlabs.
Weird.
Okay.
Try refreshing, because when I refreshed, it
I just
popped
fixed
up
it.
right for me. Okay.
Oh, actually that count is accurate. Scrolling down.
Okay, looks like it's good.
Whoops.
I normally catch the not updating at some point, but continue.
Where were we? Sorry.
Coral had just thrown Phoenix off the pile.
Yeah.
Where was I?
You said that you didn't say you didn't recognize us, even though everyone was like, yes, you just did.
You did actually say
Well,
that
you-
last time.
Oh,
You said,
Yeah.
"Who are you?" when you were looking at one of the party members. We could retcon that you recognized them, and I think the angle that you were aiming for was basically you've buried yourself so deep in research that's the only thing you remember.
no, she recognized them. She just didn't believe initially that they were actually them and not just creations of the room.
Ah, okay. That's right. You do have some kind of partial understanding of what was going on. So that makes sense.
I will also point out that everybody there with you right now is in varying states of their transformation / decay.
Yeah, I'm curious. You only ever explained Arya's and Melrose's decay. You never described anyone else, because it was different.
It was different. So for Kindle, there are swirling patterns starting to appear, and fur is falling off. Well, I guess it would technically be hair. Starting at everybody, it starts at the hands or hooves. Quarrel is starting to become more feathery. Who else is there? Is that it? I believe that's it.
Melrose.
Yeah, I
I
already.
got steel.
Yeah.
And then for Phoenix, they're in their own rooms. They haven't started to decay.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So Coral is very upset with Phoenix.
Even with all this research, if you don't know what the heck is going on, we can't do anything. We gotta stay in the loop. We gotta stay together. You gotta tell us shit.
So, you don't have any information for me?
We got like 2 pieces of information.
Let's
So-
see. Alright,
So we
that's
can't
something
go
to
into the
say.
room that's like before hours, but we can see the rooms after hours.
The other way. It's the other way. We
Yeah,
can
we
go backwards. Down, but we can't go up.
Yeah, Arya is in the last room. She can come forward. We cannot go in that direction.
Yeah, and the longer we stay out, the more of this waves the hands. Stuff happens.
So for Phoenix, this is the first example of decay that you have had so far.
Alright. Well, if that's all the information you have for me, and being outside of your rooms actively hurts you, then you should probably head back. And I will continue working on a solution.
Something tells me if there was a solution, you probably would have found it by now.
Roll an intelligence check for me, Phoenix.
That was not supposed to be a save. Subtract 6 from that.
So, 16.
Yeah.
So, based off of your calculations, it'll take you 158 years, 6 months, 2 days, 42 hours, 32 minutes, and 6 seconds to come up with a proper solution.
How do you feel about waiting a century or two?
Ponies even live that long?
Not typically. Where's the door?
The door is, as usual, just just within the range, visible range.
Kendall looks at Phoenix. Either you can go through the door, or I can throw you through it. Let's do some field research.
Roll intimidation.
Let's see. Intimidation. Oops.
And Phoenix, roll insight.
Why do you have disadvantage?
I had it activated. I turned it off. Just take the first roll.
Yeah.
You know, you're a wizard. And being thrown bodily through a door is not exactly your idea of a good time. And with Kindle being a barbarian, it's more likely that he'll make good on that threat.
Fine. I'll see what's through the door. Looks like you've been through several, though, so I doubt I'll see anything new. You haven't.
Well, maybe perhaps see what your decay looks like. learn something from that.
And she'll head towards the door.
Door is large and intimidating.
She's gonna pause in front of the door.
Kindle leans over. I can set myself on fire.
Coral puts down Mel. Hold up, I can fix this. Picks up Phoenix. Yeah, you were being held. Remember? I had you tied with me to with the blanket.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
just remember between sessions.
Picks up
forgotten
Phoenix.
about that.
Ties Phoenix to me with the blanket. Alright, let's go.
Okay.
Kindle
Uh,
opens the door.
Everybody heads through the door. Arya, you're starting to realize that you may have made a miscalculation, as you are now very alone.
I'm gonna be pacing in my room and then say, okay, maybe this wasn't exactly a good idea. What if they ditch me? You know what? That's it. I'm going after them. Wherever they are. I'll find them. What was his name again? Steward?
Serenity? Oh,
No,
Stuart.
No, the steward.
The steward appears and looks at you curiously. I believe it was this voice. Can I help you?
Yeah, can you tell me where my friends are exactly? Like, how far away are they in terms of rooms?
Oh, about that far.
About that far?
Correct.
I need a number.
Oh, why would I do that?
You know what? Fine. Be that way. But just so you know, if we were in Canterlot, you would probably get a one hoof review.
I'm going to pretend that I both know and care what that means. But you have a nice day. And he disappears.
I'm gonna open the door and start heading out toward the Pooh Brain's rooms.
So, Otto is vanished from his room, leaving nothing but a scorch mark. And Serenity is still drooling on the floor.
Alright, I'm gonna grab Serenity and then I'm just gonna say, I guess I don't know, he was weird. Anyway. And then I'm going to continue moving forward.
Okay.
That actually comes across an edge case that I was going to explore. What happens to the empty rooms?
Well, without their occupants, they have returned to their blank white space. So, you just have a few quick trips through empty white rooms to the next door until you end up with your group.
I'm gonna wave and say, "Hey guys, sorry I'm late to the party."
Kindle kind of turns. Wow, you look like shit.
You know, it's not polite to tell a girl that she looks like shit.
Well, given the amount of fungus, might want to do something about that.
What does
I already
Ember
tried
look like?
everything. There's nothing to do about that.
Right.
What is isn't Kindle decaying too?
Yeah,
But
starting
Kindle's decay is, I believe, 3 rooms in.
So
no,
like,
Kindle is the least decayed right now.
so
other
he's
than
not even a
Phoenix.
first stage.
If Phoenix is through the first door, Kindle is through the second.
Okay. Yeah, well, when you get my age, you'll know what it feels like.
You'll know what it knows.
Yes. Anyway, did you guys find a way to floor 0 yet? And where
Kindle.
and
Oh, you've been gone like 5 minutes. We haven't had time to get that far. And if we had, we wouldn't be here.
well, I guess I was right. I knew they would just ditch me. Anyway, yeah, but Phoenix is smart. Shouldn't he? Or shouldn't she just like poof us there?
I was
That's not how that works.
It isn't.
What is what is Phoenix starting to look like? What's her decay?
She is being marked with black text of seemingly no particular origin, and any attempts to read it will turn up with gibberish, or at least for now. Considering that at most she has like a row of 6 letters that don't seem to form a word.
I've got a question. Where are we right now? We went for a door, but you never I don't think you described the room we were in.
Well, we haven't gotten to that part yet, so
Okay.
Yep.
we're still. Everybody was berating the wayward monk.
Were they?
Ah,
I
thank
thought
you,
they were just
Cameo.
like. I thought it was just one person.
I wasn't gonna leave you behind, Arya. I was actually thinking of going back and waiting. Cause honestly, I don't know what you were expecting. Like, I couldn't go and tell you if we figured anything out. I would have had to wait for you to come to me and eat. Like,
Thank you for that, Mel. It means a lot to me, and like I said before, I am so sorry for dragging you into this.
I have
For-
some words for you when we're out of here.
For Cameo, your monk is currently growing mold and fungus. And for anybody that cares to actually try to find the markings through the tar robe, your rogue is currently experiencing some horrific looking burns that you're not sure what did that, but what you are sure of is that you hope you're never at the receiving end of it.
How do you spell their name?
Serenity? Serenity.
It
I
seems
was
you
gonna spell
already
that
spelled it. Last
Yeah, but
session, Cammy was smart enough to write down everyone's room numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's not loading for me on my end. That's why I had to ask to make sure.
Right.
So we got all the group together, although Otto seemed to have probably burst into flames, judging from the ash with a scorch mark. But anyway, what's next? And I look at Kendall while I say this.
Kindle looks at Phoenix. Given all our changes, you wouldn't happen to have any ideas from that?
Really doubt she does.
Are
You're,
you talking about the whole decay thing?
Yeah, they're all different.
You are filled with a lingering desire to return to your research in your room, but it's not overpowering enough that you have to like try to run away from the party.
Speaking of, can I roll a medicine check to actually see if I can analyze that, or would that be like an insight or perception kind of? Analyze like the decay.
Given that it is very obviously a magical origin, it would be an Arcana check to look into that.
So this is out of my pay grade, so I wouldn't exactly know. What about our resident wizard? I'm sure she knows something.
Currently doing field research.
Why'd she
Yes.
sound so irritated?
Bookworm being taken away from library. Yeah, she'd be irritated.
Ah,
I can say this much. I promise you get you books later.
Can't you do an Arcana thing to figure out the decay?
Go ahead and roll an Arcana check, and we'll see what you get.
Yeah. I
don't
feel
nat
like
one.
this is
Please don't nat
a
one.
false lead.
So, you know that the decay is part of the book's effect, but you don't know why or what's causing it or why it's so different for each of you. You do not have enough information to be able to like form sound ideas on it.
Yeah. I'm still drawing a blank.
Hmm.
1 or 2 centuries.
Wait a
Uh,
minute.
Kindle kind of starts looking around to see what's in the room. Where's this room's resident?
So the room that you're in is absolutely massive. Marble floors, towering pillars, no visible ceiling. It's just blackness above. Just kind of seems to just go up forever. But as you start to look further into the room, that blackness changes slowly to what almost seems like some sort of conveyor assembly line type deal. And you notice, like, hanging from it are what appear to be bodies, their heads enclosed in some sort of block as they are moved along. And at the very far end of the room, there is a creature sitting in a full suit of armor with what appears to be a headsman's axe. And he's currently just sitting there inert, and so is the machinery. But as you watch for a bit longer, the eyes burst to light, and the machinery starts moving, and one of the bodies that with their head in the block is dropped from the ceiling, and they hit the ground pretty hard. The figure then points at the figure and roars, "Guilty!" before swinging the axe down and decapitating the creature, who appears to be equine in shape, as the block bounces containing the head just across the floor.
Oh, that's pleasant.
That's enough field research for today. She starts heading back.
Kindle
You're
promptly,
tied-
Kindle
tied to-
promptly grabs her.
You're tied to Coral.
Oh, that's right. You're tied to Coral.
She's going
Nah,
to
but-
try in vain to walk backwards anyway.
Coral is slowly joining you, so it feels as if you're walking back anyway. It's slower than what you think you are. Like, even Coral is noping out of this. Like, I don't want to deal with this. Nope. Mm-mm.
Where's the next door?
Behind the individual on the what you now realize is a pile of corpses.
Ah.
What a joyous resolution.
When he said no something, what was the second word? So I didn't catch it.
What?
When the body dropped and he pointed his axe, you said no and another word. I didn't catch what the other word was.
I was about to say. Yeah, that's all I said was guilty.
Okay, because I didn't hear it.
I don't know where you heard no.
Well, no, it's like you pointed no, guilty.
No, he just said guilty.
Okay. Just
Guilty
wanted to
and
make sure.
decapitated them.
Okay.
By the way, the form of the creature sitting on the throne of corpses is humanoid in shape.
I suppose he seems pleasant enough. Kindle starts walking over there.
Coral, looks like Kindle.
You sure about that?
Kindle just kind of shrugs. Ain't standing around doing nothing.
Good point.
Coral carefully goes around.
And as to the questions, your group is in. You do not have any repeat species.
Yeah.
As you,
I thought we had 2 unicorns. Isn't Serenity a unicorn?
nope, Serenity is technically an Earth pony, but he's actually a snow pony. So a variant on Earth pony.
Yeah.
Ah,
He trades the ability for plant growth to resist cold.
oh, I thought it was
nice.
okay. That was to make snow.
And of
Nope.
course, the big puppy is getting burned.
So that is still a possibility then.
No, because the writing on our wizard is too personal and specific.
Yeah.
Like our wizard of scribes, to be no less.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
So I was right then. Because the second guess was personalities or something like that. Either way. What's going on, Nameless?
Did you miss
We've-
all of what I just said?
No, I heard that. Most of it.
is that something? Is he speaking right now?
Who, Nameless?
It's, basically, we do not have any repeats on races.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the last thing I said, yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I heard that the first time.
So what do...
Suppose, kind of Kindle whispers to the group. If nothing else, I'll distract him. You guys go around to the next door.
Good luck at just for research. I'm gonna look back at the door ascending. Does that go straight back to my room, or does that go back to Phoenix's room for me?
So when you go back, you have to go back through each individual room you've already passed through.
Okay, got it.
Before he tries to distract him, I'm gonna how are you gonna distract him exactly?
Well, probably start with a simple conversation.
As you say that, a voice interrupts what you're saying and says, "Oh, I wouldn't recommend that."
Yeah.
I take it you know something I don't?
I know many things you don't.
I imagine the first thing he's gonna say is guilty.
For example, this particular individual had the just enormous desire to punish those who specifically wronged him, though he has seemed to expand it to basically anyone that happens to be in the way.
Yeah, I suppose boredom will do that.
We could just sneak across then. Right? Like, that's an option?
I mean, you're certainly welcome to try.
Or we could distract him by, like, I don't know. Actually, I don't want to put myself in that kind of danger.
Well, we do have the dilemma that even if we do continue along this path, eventually we're gonna die.
Well, we can't waste time debating on things then. We just have to do.
Well, you're the first one to die, so your funeral.
Say what now?
You're the farthest one forward.
Fine. Well, I can just sneak past them. But what about you guys?
Not quite what I meant, but
You gotta do what you gotta do.
that
Well,
There
I'm gonna.
wouldn't happen to be a fast forward way to the front of the book, is there?
Oh, absolutely not. That would be too easy.
Naturally. Any way to prevent the decay?
Nope.
Yeah, you really seem to have us dead set in being in those rooms.
Of course, the party isn't ready yet.
He's
What?
the bet. I'm gonna say some
I
fast.
point at the executioner. Why do you want him at a party?
He's a guest.
As you can see, our host knows how to pick them.
Yeah. Question. Who is the party for?
That, my dear fellow, is something you will find out when it is held.
Something tells me we can't wait the millennia that will likely take. Location of the book, wasn't exactly well-traveled.
So this already kind of like creepy serpentine creature somehow manages to pull off something vaguely resembling a smile and says, "Oh, don't worry. Things are already in play."
Nameless, I'm just gonna take a chance and try to sneak past the dude over to the other door.
Roll stealth.
Almost.
Wow,
You rolled a 2.
I love when I get a 2. I love it when I get a 2. Fantastic.
Not a one.
as you sneak past, you actually do notice that the visor of the armor does seem to be one solid piece. So it seems to be feeding into that trope of justice is blind. However, as you're going past, he does decapitate another 4 victims, all of different species. And you realize that he's also just handing out guilty verdicts.
I'm gonna think to myself. I'm not gonna say this out loud, but I'm thinking that this guy's a complete psychopath. So I'm gonna naturally just wave over the others, but also signal to stay low.
I have an idea. Does anyone have illusion magic?
Immediately looks at the wizard.
Amusingly, the wizard is going to shake her head.
Great.
Unless it's a really small illusion.
Isn't invisibility considered an illusion?
I was thinking like the size of that, and then I point at the executioner.
Oh, like, put him in illusion.
I was thinking
He's the
I
size
point
that
out that one of the bodies up in the air, and with like the blocks on their heads. Making one of them look like him, and then point at the executioner.
Oh, I was just thinking that too. I was thinking of dressed up like him.
That might mess them up.
Well, right now, Daria seems to have taken lead. We'll sneak past. I'll do my best to stand between you and him while you do that. Because we can't stay here forever.
Wait, what does sneaking take? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just double checking, and I can't do that, and it doesn't sound like anyone else can.
Can't sneak.
I was thinking of rolling
we
a
can
potion,
sneak.
but I don't have any potions for it.
Could be at least.
Just gotta get good, baby.
Oh, before anyone does stealth, I do have passive at trace, which I can cast for free. So I cast that on everyone over here.
Veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration, each creature choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity or stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage. So you
So
do,
basically +10.
yeah, you do still have to roll stealth.
That's
But
just,
now everyone has
yeah,
+10. So 15 seems to have been enough. So just roll a 5 or better.
yeah, might as well.
You do have to move as a group.
We're getting
Dang.
to 30.
Oh.
Add 10
19.
to that. I was supposed to say add 10 to that.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to fuck it up. There's a 28. Mel's like the only one that couldn't make it by without making a noise. So you guys are able to successfully sneak past him. On the other side, the door is staying ready to be opened.
Yeah, no point hesitating. Opens door, walks in.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Oh, no.
Right, d20 /
So that is how many rooms that you will move forward before I do another obstacle room.
Okay.
Okay.
The
So that'll
with the
40.
rooms being the way that they are, there are some that are technically non-monetizable, we'll say.
Wait, so what now?
Boring.
I imagine there are
Let's
also
start like
some
a
where they're just doing whatever they feel like, and it's like not a challenge because like they're just like picking flowers or something.
Yeah, we're
Rooms
trying
that
to
will
avoid
get
another maze situation here.
Rooms,
Yeah.
I mean, rooms that will even get nameless demonetized.
And that's
I mean,
not
it's
as hard as you
literally any
think.
of your desires, so
Yeah, and
I
there's some
could list
weird
a
people out
lot.
there.
Yeah, I could easily list a lot of things. So that means 240, 239, 238, 237.
We're at 235, I think now.
Yeah, those were the non-challenge rooms. I'm keeping track of the room numbers, so
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
235 is the one we're currently on.
Okay. So you guys step out into a room that you're standing on what appears to be a hill, and looking out over a vast empty space of blue sky. Flying nearby appears to be some sort of creature that vaguely resembles a bird. It's got big wings like a bird, but it's got like a face of... You've seen creatures like this in the place that you went with Otto to do some shopping. And it appears to be very much that it's something you don't recognize from your world. It's human. I'm just trying to find ways to describe it's human without saying it's human is more work than I want to put in tonight.
So it's a
Hairless
flying
ape?
like
But
bird.
what is an ape?
It's got the body shape and wings of a bird, but it looks very human still.
Hmm.
Anthropomorphized.
Not really.
Sounds like a harpy.
More bird than that.
More bird than
Conqueror.
harpy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a better visualization.
All right. Is there like a flock of them, or is it just one?
It's just one in a big empty space. You can see the
And let me guess. Door's on the other side.
yep, the door is a good ways away, just kind of hanging there.
Same.
Here.
Second verse is the same as the first.
Oh, wait, do you guys need to fly to get across?
Most likely. I don't think we all can do that.
I would imagine not.
Are y'all gonna follow us the whole way?
Why, of course.
At this point, I feel like we're just entertainment for him.
No
I
harm in
mean-
that statement.
That who's gonna clean up the corpses whenever you inevitably die?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Don't you just let the people eat it? I'm
No, I'm not a monster.
what?
Anyway.
The body's already dead.
I'm nameless. Is there a wall in the room, like that leads across?
Nope, no walls.
Ah, damn it!
Yeah, so say that. I'm pretty sure that's the obstacle.
So, give me just a sec. So, you may be wondering what this individual's desires were. And it's actually quite simple and very poetic. She wished to be as free as a bird. To soar through the skies and to witness just the greatest degree of freedom. Though some may argue that in that she has shackled herself to a different place.
Ironic.
I mean, free as a bird. She's trapped in the book, and you won't let her leave, so that you can't have actually granted her wish.
Yeah.
I mean, she's perfectly happy with it. Given that this is her desire, not mine.
Yeah, the illusion and other magic in this place is definitely strong enough to override that. Yeah, let's just say I wished to go and, finish this fight, and kind of starts rubbing his head and points to the turban. Buddy here had to yank me out of it.
Yeah. I got drunk.
Aren't you always drunk?
Yeah, but this beer was really good.
I'm gonna start flying. Okay, I'll be back for each of you.
Alright.
Fully?
Just make sure she doesn't attack you.
I'll do my best. So Coral flies off.
To roll athletics for me.
And this is when I die.
Name
There's
it.
2 things I can think of. Well,
15.
So you are able to hold your course through the powerful wind currents. But it is a lot tougher to get from one side of the room to the other than it looks.
Well, that's a lot of wind. When I get to the other side, I drop off Phoenix and take a short break. Oh, that's a lot of wind.
How far across is it?
Coral
About
looks back.
300 feet is what I'll say.
Yep,
What's my jumping ability?
Okay.
not that.
I'll tie my silk rope over to Whirl so she can drag it back to the other side.
Just so you know, for the record, our amongst jumping ability, you can jump a certain distance, and it costs half of your movement, but it's
Yeah.
you can't long jump that far.
There is nothing alive that could essentially go from a standstill to a 300-foot jump.
Giants.
Not without some serious magic.
Well, regardless.
I kind of don't want to use the rope because if she gets tangled in that's gonna mess her up. I know being stuck in the illusion is kind of fucked up, but it's also fucked up to ruin the one thing bringing somebody happiness right now. Coral kind of watches her for a bit and just holds her own blanket, or just fixing it.
The bird person is currently soaring about with nary a care in the world.
Coral looks kind of sad for a moment. Okay. I'm gonna cast guidance for a little bit of help. And get going again. Do I have to throw down the thing for guidance? Or...
Go ahead and send it so that we have it there if we need it. And then go ahead and roll your athletics.
Well, that's a roll to fly back.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's strong winds.
I
Does
thought
that-
was just
The,
the drop?
Well, she's a weak flyer to begin with. Gargoyles have very small wings, and the bird person below is like easily probably close to 100 times the size of Coral. She is massive.
So I'm assuming Coral would have a disadvantage if she carried more than one person then.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably.
Damn it, there goes my plan. I was gonna use the shackles.
You know, I'm not gonna say this in character, but like the fact that the bird person is so huge is kind of a cruel because they can't even fit in the door.
I'm pretty sure if they try to go through the door would adapt to their size, though.
Or
Technically
they just
speaking,
think they'd want to be smaller and they'd be able to fit.
yeah, I was gonna say the shape that they take is also fitting to their desires. So if she desired to make it through the door, she would return to her human form.
Or
Ouch, 7.
How quickly does she use control?
Roll
Oh, no.
not athletics, acrobatics.
Athletics, which is actually slightly worse. 15.
So you are able to right yourself after tumbling about 150 feet down.
Oh,
You will need to make another athletics check to try and get back to your companions.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of terrified of being carried over.
oh, it's gonna get worse when you feel the wind. Like Coral is struggling without anyone there. Imagine feeling that wind while holding someone who will possibly flail. Like this is not gonna. Oh God.
Just
We
be
had a
glad
good
you
run.
don't have to figure out how to get Biafia across.
Ah,
doesn't
You
Biafi
do
know like
still
a
have the
flight spell?
D4, as far as I'm aware.
I thought
Yes, she
Biafi
does.
knew like a flight spell.
Yes, but then you're flying without wings at the size that Biafi was. So he has no stabilizer.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the flight spell doesn't like specify any of that. Like you can fly just perfectly fine. Like,
but the issue
like
is
skill level was never put a part of it.
Yes, because who's gonna think that far ahead for hurricane winds and things like that? It's like that's fringe case.
Plus, in the end, DM rules.
So you are able to make it back to the landing area where your friends are. Who are you taking with you this time?
Thank God guidance is a cantrip. I could just keep casting it on myself. Oh my gosh.
You okay, Coral? Took a tumble there.
It's a lot of wind.
I mean, technically, guidance is an action. If you wanted, instead of using your action on guidance, you could be using that on the dash action.
Not if I suck at flying in general. Because if those winds knock you out, they you saw me. You saw me.
Yeah, I saw you.
Okay. Mel next. When
I really don't have anything to help.
I tie up Mel appropriately with the blanket. Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
One of those. No, not really.
If she drops me, I'm one of the few ones that can catch themselves.
That's why I tied you with the blanket. If I drop you, we're both dropping together. It's not really me dropping you. We're just falling.
Don't forget you have your guidance. I don't remember how long it lasts, but I do remember it lasts more than just one roll.
How far
you
is
didn't put
the?
a duration there, yeah.
How far of a drop is it?
Infinite?
Yeah, I believe that's what was said.
Even here's the thing with guidance. Even if I have to keep recasting it, it's still a cantrip. So that's like not really that big of a thing for me. So I'm not wasting spell slots by recasting it each time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing for it.
I'm more so worried
Yeah.
about what happens if, you know. I'm just trying to think ahead here. But yeah. Continue.
But you are able to make it across with Mel with no problems.
Oh. I put down Mel, and I start doing some stretches. I don't normally fly this much.
Are you
Oh.
sure you don't want to try the rope idea?
If she suddenly flies up, I do not want you guys tangled in that. It is so dangerous.
Almost as if to
Bring us
punctuate
bird.
what was just said, the bird person rockets past with enough force that it knocks you guys over.
Do we even have enough rope to cross the distance anyway?
I do.
What?
Knowing ice, there's probably like almost 1,000 feet of rope there.
500 feet only.
Close.
I mean, isn't that like really heavy?
Ballpark. Yeah, it's 50 pounds.
He also
Strong
has
lizard.
a bag of
Yeah.
holding.
Yeah, it's basically an infinite rope she can just pull out of her bag of holding. It's like a tape measure.
Man, that rope
Do
trip
you
has
mean
gotta
your
be
rock
fucking
back?
insane.
But
Nobody will find that.
oh,
So you've got
okay.
Serenia, Arya, Serenity, and Kindle left.
That's gonna be my next character.
You can
I'm
also
gonna
in the bag of holding.
lie back. Okay,
You make it without
and-
issue.
And this time, pick up Serenity.
And again,
Yeah.
without issue.
Kindle pokes Circus. You wouldn't happen to have anything that can help with this, do you?
You can feel the disdain as it asks you if it has wings that it didn't know about.
Well, you did get some magic, didn't you?
Acrobatics.
Coral is barely surviving.
Coral is having a bad time.
Another athletics.
Coral is having a bad time.
So you're able to make it back. What are you taking next?
Coral goes on the floor for a second and just curls up.
Kindle just kind of comes over and just comforts her best he can.
Okay, I made it. Okay. Does the hat stay permanently on you? Does it come off, or is it like permanently on?
Circus there, he was kind of drilled into my head. He's staying.
The turban looks at you with his gemstone eyes, which you realize are actually eyes.
I'm gonna pull out some water. Maybe you should have a drink of water before you get back over there.
Coral takes
Just make
the
su-
water, hugs it down. Thank you, I needed that.
Please tell me that was water.
I'm not gonna give beer or alcohol to a kid. I'm more
I've
responsible.
had
than that.
alcohol
Sure.
before.
Just
Yeah.
making sure.
We all know how well that went.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Coral is looking between them.
Take Arya. I'll wait.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh crap!
Okay.
Arya's like, oh shit.
When I take Arya, I make sure to tie the blanket closely. Do not squirm. I understand I could fall. You squirming will make it worse.
I activate my shackles, my hand shackle things, and I say, "Don't worry, I have these. If I fall, I can try to grab onto you."
The blanket should be good enough.
The shackles give a thumbs up.
Extra Kurt. If you don't fly well, I punch you.
I look at the shackles, slowly gives them a thumbs up too. Like, okay. Like a bunch of living items, okay.
You are able to make it across with relative ease.
Whew. Alright. 2 more flights. 2 more flights. I put down Arya. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, let's go!
I'm gonna look
You
at
were
Ice.
able to make it across.
I mean, I'm gonna look
Can you
at
imagine
Phoenix,
if Xander just wasn't
and
today?
so I'm gonna ask Coral. You don't really fly much, do you?
Coral already
Corals. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, she gone.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she
Coral
can't hear after
done.
me there.
Yeah.
You're doing good, Coral. Just one more.
Okay. Coral looks at you, looks at the blanket, looks at you again. Okay, give me a moment so I know how to wrap this around you. You're
Kindle.
taller than the others.
Kindle just stands there patiently.
Is Kendall really that much taller?
No, not really.
Not much taller, but taller enough that it kind of throws Coral off.
I was just imagining you were doing like if you've ever seen like those child strap things where they have them tied to their chest.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it's taller is normally in the legs for horses rather than the body. So you
Yeah,
shouldn't
but
have
the
any
body
issues.
part can. The body part could be adjusted a bit for to be more proportional, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
I was imagining more like ropes, like going across the chest.
Coral acrobatics.
Kind of like they're tied to like a stake or something. And
Oh
they're
no.
just like back to back.
well,
Oh, no.
Kendall,
Oh,
it was
no.
nice knowing you.
Roll a dexterity saving throw. You narrowly
No!
avoid being hit by the bird person.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Going to take
I don't know
an
what-
acrobatics and 2 athletics to get back up to where you need to be. I would roll the guidance dice as well.
No, today is just this like the last thing we're gonna give you a pain in the ass right now.
It's like no roll 20 already knew you were going to get fucked with on the last one.
Specifically, taking out our healer and our powerhouse.
Okay, so athletics or another acrobatics.
Well, right now you're trying to right yourself from a tumble. So it would be acrobatics.
No.
You are not doing so good. Barbarian,
No.
roll a Constitution saving throw.
I like to think this is the one time the thing is like flying way too close to us, and that's why I keep messing up. Because she's just flying, so happens to be way closer than all the other times.
So, Kendall, you managed to hold on to the contents of your stomach as you were getting various views of the underside of both Sky Island areas very rapidly, and never from the same angle.
No.
It's just getting
No,
worse.
this is not a. No, this one went up. This one went up. No, this is when I died.
No!
This is just death.
Spoke too
This
soon.
is just death.
I looked down over the
No!
edge at the like plummeting.
Can anyone go down there and help them?
Actually,
Nobody else has
roll
these.
a disadvantage Constitution saving throw, Coral.
$19. Wow. Okay.
So your head connects heavily with your barbarian companions, and I'm also going to have Kendall roll Constitution saving throw. Kendall is unconscious, but you somehow managed to tough it out enough to be able to recognize that you are still falling, and it's getting hard to see the island your companions are standing on.
Shit. The amount of adrenaline right about now.
I believe at this point, as a druid, you are able to turn into things like a giant eagle.
Yeah?
Would you like to do that?
I can't fucking, like, do anything with that. Like, I can cross myself, but I can't, like, stop a tumbling, like, gargoyle.
How good are you with flying?
Do eagles have stats?
I mean,
I won't be big enough to do anything.
With a giant eagle?
Like, how big is a big giant eagle?
bigger than a human.
Also, I would have had to have seen such a bird.
Well, I'm going to say that you, for the sake of things, given that you are a druid that is from before the mist, you will have seen one. Because they were.
Thank you.
It counts as a large beast with a strength of 16 and a dexterity of 17.
That large?
Large
Good.
still isn't that big, considering I'm pretty sure
Coral
Coral
is
is also large.
yes, but you just need to stop her descent enough for her to be able to right herself.
Brayburn just kind of sighs, and then I pass my staff
When
over to the nearest person. Hold
did-
this,
when did you change
and then I just jump.
characters? You said Brayburn.
Melrose. I'm stupid.
It was a glitch in the system for a second.
Here we go.
I-
Hold my beer.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the name of the staff, and then Brayburn came out. Okay. Just hold my beer, I'm jumping. I did that.
So you don't have to roll anything to get down there, but you do have to roll a athletics to try and stop Coral's descent. Like
Yeah,
I said, the eagle has a +3.
Okay, what were my stats again? Get it?
His
Yeah.
strength has a +3.
Okay. Yeah, like when I start nearing, I'm gonna wild shape, and then I'm gonna try and slow down. shoot. Well, that's not very good.
I'll let you roll one more time.
Okay.
So you are able to stop her descent, and unlike her, you are still able to see the island. So at least be able to point her in the right direction for her to fly herself. Coral, you need to roll an athletics. If you would like, I will allow you to roll athletics to help Coral, Mel.
Okay.
As long as he doesn't get a nat one. Okay,
Well, there's a good roll.
Yes, so I will say that is enough for you to be able to get back up to the island.
Okay.
When Coral gets there, she drops the guy off. I just like lumps down to the floor without saying anything. She's just like on the floor.
Just face first, in the dirt.
Yeah.
No one died, so that's really good.
Somebody
guys-
gonna slap the barbarian
Good
awake?
job.
Nope. I'm gonna fly over and go get a poo brain.
Who Brain's already here?
No, I.
Oh. Who did we not take it then?
We
Everybody.
got
that-
everyone.
Kindle was the last one.
Okay. I think I missed one. Never mind.
Yeah, because it was Phoenix, Serenity, you, Arya, and then Kindle is
Kindle.
where shit hit the fan.
Wait,
Like
so
I said,
Kindle's
I just view all the fails as the girl just flying way too close.
Kindle's still knocked out, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pour a potion of healing on his face.
Is this a potion of healing or a potion of air quotes healing?
Potion of healing. That should help.
Waterboard him with the heels.
You come conscious to you come to a stream of healing potion to the face.
Gee, thanks. Kind of shakes his head.
What?
Looks at everyone around. Thanks.
No problem.
Kinda.
Everyone
Just for context,
everyone
that
gets
doesn't heal
scared.
anything, does that? That's just like wasting a healing potion.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't take any
Yeah,
damage.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't
Kindle
worry, Kindle.
Gets up, walks over to Coral, and kind of leans down, kind of comforts her. You did good, Coral. You did good.
We almost died.
Coral just falls to the side.
I was so close to just dying.
But we didn't. We're all here.
Well, more aptly, you would have just fallen for eternity. This place has no actual floor.
Don't you have other guests that you need to attend to?
No, because the other guests are staying where they're supposed to.
You're a horrible host.
And you're horrible guests.
Touche.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly
I
a party
squawk
we
angrily.
want to be at, so.
But invited you were.
Oh? And who did the inviting?
He's not gonna tell us.
He does seem to have disappeared again for the moment.
Oh, gee, it's almost like he doesn't want to answer the question. Alright. Guess we'll wait a few minutes for Cora to rest up, then keep going.
Somebody want to roll the d20?
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
Ooh, thank
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
that is a big number. Okay, so
It's a lot more pages.
Instead of listing all of them, just like do the first one and dash the last one. I think
Yeah.
I can't count backwards properly. That's why I write it down the way I do.
First, I want to know: are we taking a short rest to let Coral recover?
Short
we're
rests are 8 hours now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Never mind.
we skipped rooms 234 to 235. I don't know. 235.
I think we are now on floor 216.
This is why I write it
we
out.
went down 20 floors. We're at 215.
Oh, we went down
19.
19.
And
We went
I
down
don't
19,
know.
yeah. It is
Oh,
19.
Mel and Win both rolled.
What?
No, the Mel roll
Right.
is
That's
different.
for getting us up. Right. My bad.
Like, we did go down 20 floors because there's 19 that were just safe and we didn't have to worry about. So, plus 1, which is the next room we're going to. So that's 20. That's what we did with the last math.
All right, Nameless.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for to let Cameo do the thing.
By the way, I have not turned back. I don't know if I forgot to long rest at some point, but I am out of wild shape now.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds
I'm
like
going
you're
to
out
make
of-
as much use of this as I can.
Sounds like you are out of wild shapes now.
I
Yeah.
did not know you can turn into animals.
I think we're at floor 216. The floor page
Oof.
216.
215.
Okay, 215.
This is why I count it.
Okay.
This is why I count it.
All right.
I mapped my way to 215.
Wait, wouldn't it
All
be
right.
two? Were we on 236?
Let's not worry about
No,
it and just
230.
move on.
No.
Now we're-
Okay, because I was
Let-
gonna say
just
that.
let Cameo figure the math out. You guys are just making this complicated.
All right.
Anyway,
Well, let's continue then.
the room that you walk into looks very much more equestrian in nature, for those of you that recognize it. In fact, for Mel, you actually recognize this as Canterlot Palace. Currently, there is nobody in sight, but you do hear the sound of voices. What do?
Nancy Diggs.
Look for a door.
As you do so, your host appears again and says, "Ah, yes, this room. It was actually quite a sad one. Kind of rather pathetic, if I am to be entirely fair, but this one only wanted to be noticed."
Aw.
Well, regardless, we still gotta find a way out. I'm assuming you're not gonna tell us if there's anyone that's, hostile toward us in this?
Of course not. That's your job to find out, not mine.
Plus,
stick my-
it'd be too easy.
I'm gonna stick my tongue out at him.
I see. Not only do you assume that I am an imbecile like you, you are also childish. You should return to your room.
No!
Coral turns. Hey, I'm the child here. That's not childish. That's just stupid.
She's not wrong. She is the child here.
And better behaved than you are.
Well, if our host would actually be an actual host and help out his guest, by directing them in the right direction to the exit.
I do believe that is something that I did do. So I see no problem here.
Yeah, I guess you kinda did. Still not that big of a help, though.
It's not my job to help. It is my job to ensure your comfort within the room that you are assigned. And you are not there.
Coral sighs. Let's keep moving.
He's already
Agreed.
gone, regardless. So, for the party, before you continue, how many rooms is this?
It started about an hour and a half ago.
So
We're at an hour and a half.
No,
Yeah, because we started.
I have a timer for that, so I don't, that's not what I'm asking.
What were you asking?
Melrose and Arya now have a level of exhaustion. I will mark that for our wayward rogue as well.
Why is?
Because of how far we're getting from the source.
Okay.
Does not appear to have it on his sheet, so I will rectify that and then we will continue. Where is my
Hairbrush.
There's never a
I-
skill for exhaustion.
There is a tracker.
I know there's a
I found
tracker,
it.
but I'm talking
Yeah, there
about a
it is,
skill
found
to
it.
avoid exhaustion. Never
I
is.
found it. It's right above your items.
Yeah, I see it.
I am keeping track of so much stuff right now. Hold
I
on.
have to track it. Or turn on the tracker, that is, I mean.
Actually, where is the tracker?
I just said it's above your items.
Hold on.
Yeah, because I don't see it there.
His may not be
Exhaustion.
enabled.
Oh,
I'm not seeing mine.
it's between that and death saves.
There it is. Thank you, Nameless.
Mm-hmm. Let me just get there it is.
Thank you.
Anybody else missing their exhaustion tracker?
Oh, 6 is death.
Yep. So don't get tired.
So, for the group, your decay has massively increased the space on your body it now occupies. For Phoenix, yours now is legible and it appears to be speaking of your life. So essentially, your life history is marked across your body, and it has also started turning a kind of parchment yellow.
Which language?
Oh no, Phoenix is turning into an open book.
Old Ponish.
It's an open book to pretty much only her.
I should be able to read it too.
Yeah, because the monk had a cross feature for that.
Oh yeah. And the other guy.
Oh, he's not here.
Do you want my backstory, Wind?
Wind, would
Wait,
you
what?
bother reading the text that is now spiraling across Phoenix's body?
Can Phoenix
Honestly,
not read
Arya is not into that kind of stuff, so not really going to read it. She just knows she can read it and can understand it. But if anyone else wants to read it, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't speak Old Polish.
Oh, don't worry, I got something for that. Anyway,
Gonna turn into a storytelling session where they're like, "What does it say?"
Words.
Quarrel, you are starting to look more bird-like now. Though there is what appears to be small vestigial limbs also appearing up across your body.
Oh.
Arya, the mold and fungus has seemingly removed large sections of your flesh so that people can see the bone beneath. Serenity has turned quite crispy. Melrose, your scales have gotten to the point on the first affected limb that you're basically limping, which in this case means that you cannot walk without flying because it is still visible on your bird form. Kindle, the flame-like swirls have moved further up your body, and it feels like you are actually on fire, but like you can feel it. Everybody is in incredible amounts of pain, but are still able to function at this point. It will be about exhaustion level 4 and 5 that you will start having issues with function. So you're starting to look kind of grotesque.
There's got a way to get through these floors without this decay affecting us.
Which is why we need to keep going. We don't have time to really think about it anymore. Why did I lose a hit point? We don't have time to think about it anymore. We just need to keep going.
Well, yeah, for now, but are we gonna last 200 floors?
I don't know, but there's not really any going back right now.
The others.
Oh, really? You want to push the kid to fly us over again?
Fine, let's continue.
Pearl
gonna-
uses the blanket to wrap around their head, just making just their eyes visible for a bit.
So do you guys investigate the source of the voices that you're hearing?
Why the hell not?
I'm gonna do it stealthily though. I want them to notice me, just in case.
For Cameo, it's vestigial. V, not D. Otherwise, you spelled it right. I think.
It's not
Um,
showing the red squiggly.
So as you guys make your way into the what appears to be a throne room, you find a door behind the throne that seems to lead elsewhere. Making your way down the hallway, the voices get louder, and you hear what seems to be two female voices. And when you open the door at the end of the hallway, inside are sitting two alicorns. The only one that recognizes them at this point, recognizes both of them at this point, is Mel, which he recognizes as Celestia, and everybody recognizes Luna.
You know what? Never mind.
The two of them are chatting and seem to be quite happy to see each other.
Okay.
Is this our stop?
Possibly. Anybody know where Celestia is?
You don't know who she is?
Well, I know who she is, but I don't know where.
I point at her.
I meant outside the book. Is she outside the book?
Yeah.
Well, you're the only one that actually knows the answer to that question because you've been told before.
Yeah.
And those that came from the city originally are long gone. But she is currently entombed in the Crystal Throne, holding the mist at bay for the last city that is not claimed by it. Or at least that's where she was last time you had any contact with that.
Alright then. I think
you
this
gotta-
might be our...
Cold,
Sorry.
you gotta let Coral tell you.
Oh, right.
I'm gonna slap you next time.
Sorry, with all the thing, my brain completely took a blank. You said Coral would be the only one to actually know about the
The Crystal Throne?
situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the rest
So,
of them either originate from the mists or from entirely different points in time.
Oh yeah. So Coral kind of shudders when she sees Celestia, and it's like, I'm pretty sure she's still supposed to be in the throne.
Alright then.
Well, we should
Probably gonna want to learn more about that later, but for the moment I think this might be our stop. Unless, you see anyone else here?
Wait. I step a little closer and I try and look at their hooves for numbers.
Luna has a number across her hoof.
I point with my wing.
Well, found our stop then.
Well, let's go introduce ourselves.
Wait a minute. Luna's the one with. Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
What is it, Coral?
Coral kind of backs up. First of all, she was supposed to be either in her room, or rather my room, safe and sound. Meaning this isn't, if this is the actual Luna, this isn't the physical version of her, it's her consciousness, which we were just traveling through.
Pretty sure we took her out of your demi-plane.
But how would she end up in the book? Remember, the book was what we got when we were in her dreams.
Dream within a dream.
Hey, Phoenix, you want to roll Arcana for me?
Of course I do.
This is why something's not right about now.
So, while what Coral is saying isn't necessarily wrong, it's not 100% right either. So, the body is still more than likely in the mists where you left it. However, when you were traveling through her dream, you were not necessarily traveling through her consciousness. The dreamscape that you were in was a Dread Realm adjacent creation that trapped her consciousness within it, but it was shaped by her nightmares and the influence of Tarragon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I'm a bird right now.
You are a bird right now.
You're a bird.
Well, technically, where we were before the book was essentially just a cage for her consciousness. It wasn't actually her mind itself.
So that is the real Luna then.
Well, the real Luna's consciousness.
Big Bird shrugs.
Not honestly sure how it works in this case. This is funky.
Well, she's who we came here for, right? So let's
Yeah.
go.
Introduce ourselves. Might as well.
So you guys are
Let's-
gonna step up and introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay.
Does she react to us at all as we walk up?
Both of them look at you surprised. And Luna says that I wasn't expecting any guests.
I'd imagine not, given current circumstances.
They both look incredibly confused as Celestia asks you what you mean by that.
Looks at the Celestia, looked at Luna. You were lonely, weren't you?
That is not how you introduce yourself.
Coral's like backing away. That is not how you introduce yourself.
Let him cook.
Luna looks almost defensive as she says, "No, I was not lonely. I'm loved and noticed by everyone. Everyone loves me."
Kindle kinda nods. And that's the nature of this place. It gives you what you want.
She looks more and more distressed as you say that, and then says, "You're lying. Get out!" And almost as it, well, technically it is because of her words, a pair of guards step through the door and start dragging you out.
Just him, right?
Nope, the whole group.
Well, as they drag us out, I'm gonna look at Kendall and say, "Smooth. You're really good with the ladies."
The
Told you that's not how you
Coral,
introduce yourself.
Phoenix, Mel, everybody but Kindle. Roll a insight for me.
All right.
Kindle's not allowed.
Insight. Does this count? Is this an ability? Yeah, this is an ability check.
This is
Isn't
an
it?
ability
Yes.
check.
Technically, it's a skill check.
So ability checks count as saving throw. No, saving throws are different. Just skills.
Yeah.
You know, Mel, I'm gonna be honest, your check makes sense. So, Phoenix, are you gonna
I
make?
don't know what we're
Oh,
gonna
you did
say.
make it. I see it.
I got to punch first.
So, Phoenix, you're a wizard, not a people person. But for Arya and Coral. Having spent as much time for Coral, I'll go. Actually, Coral will go second. Arya, you're not really like the most personable of people, but sometimes you gotta be just enough to get yourself into the best bars. And a lot of people aren't generally comfortable with being confronted with something that it may be a truth, but they don't want to know that they've been lonely all of their life. Especially if they've found something that gives them a lie that they want to be true. Coral, your barbarian, well, his intentions were the best, and while those intentions were, and what was said, are technically accurate, he did the equivalent of walking in and not trying to knock down a wall with a sledgehammer when it needs to be very carefully disassembled.
I knew it. That's not how you talk to people, especially when handling that type of stuff.
Based off of the information you have available, it has been potentially thousands of years that she spent alone. You guys are dragged to the dungeon, though, and thrown in cells.
I'm gonna get up and walk over to Kendo. So, did you learn a lesson today? Probably about how not to open with, "Hi, let me go ahead and talk about your deepest fears."
And how your entire world is a lie.
Kindle's just drugs. I'm not a talker, I'm a doer. You want to talk us out of it? Fine.
You're not wrong about that. But, hold on, let me check my charisma. Hey, plus. Not that good of a talker too, but just when you're talking to someone you don't know, don't bring up bits of themselves they might not want to talk about. But it's kind of in the past. We need to find a way out of this situation now. So, ideas?
Well, unfortunately, I don't know how much of her wish is making those bars solid.
So, as you say that, your steward appears once again and says, "Oh, trust me, they're just as solid as any other. To her, this is her reality now."
Does that mean that these cells are completely inescapable?
As inescapable as she believes them to be. Which, surprisingly, is alarmingly realistic for someone in this realm. I'd imagine you saw the sea of bodies.
Wait, what?
The answer is yes, but it is something that I could not insert due to monetization issues.
Okay.
Eventually, think about walking across clothless bodies.
Yes, we saw it, but we don't need to talk about that.
You can hear the sounds of PTSD coming from Coral in the other room.
Coral is just turning into a very tight ball and covering her head with the blanket. She is not saying nothing.
Now, I may not be an expert on these things, and it's not in my interest for you to free her, but I will say that, trying to shatter her reality with a brick instead of, trying to slowly ease her out of it is not the way to do it.
What's this? You're helping us?
I wouldn't call it helping exactly.
I would call it ridicule.
Like I said, not exactly my wheelhouse.
And with that,
Okay,
he
as
disappears
a
again.
as an out of character moment, I swear to you, if this ends up with me taking over the social situation, I am going to be so fucking pissed off, because I swear to you, in every campaign, even if I don't build a character without having any socializing in mind, I end up being the social one.
I think it's really. I think it would be really interesting if it ends up as Kendall
I have
actually being the social one.
I have some comments to what you just said, Cameo, but we'll wait till the post game. But I am going to ask, because this is a decent place to pin it for the night. We're about 2 hours in. What do you guys think?
Fine with me.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay, for those of you that may or may not still be watching, if you enjoyed that and like to see more of it, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Ring the notification bell and follow on Twitch. If you want to show further support to the channel, don't forget to check out the links in the description. We have the Discord, we have the Patreon, all that good stuff. My voice mod partnership if you want to know how I am doing the music and the voices that you've been hearing. Other than that, be sure to keep an eye out for the 100th episode special next week. We will be putting a pin in this and doing that for the sake of things.
It's gonna be wild.
It is going to be wild. I will be taking some time to make some characters at some point, that are like having people help me. I'll have to decide who's going to help me with that, though.
Start rolling dice.
Other than that, we will be back with the usual next week. For those of you watching on Twitch, we will also be doing more of Nameless's Elden Ring Academy, featuring Wind, DJ, and Fair, more than likely. Everybody, I hope you have a great evening, and don't forget to drink water.
Hydrate or die, Charlie.
See ya,
Bye, everyone.
guys.